जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो जयो गोपीजन वल्लभ जयो गिरिवर धारी जयो गिरिवर धारी जयो जयो गिरिवर धारी जयो गोपीजन वल्लभ जयो गिरिवर धारी जयो गिरिवर धारी जयो जयो यशोदानंदन जयो ब्रज जन रंजन जयो जयो यशोदानंदन जयो ब्रज जन रंजन जयो जयो यमुना तीरवनचारी जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो यमुना तीरवनचारी जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्ता वृंदा जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So this evening we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 9 and chapter entitled The Most Confidential Knowledge. Hare Krishna, Mataji, just for your information, Bhagavad Gita has started. Thank you. Text number 7. I think it's on the board. sarva-bhūtāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpa-kṣaye punas tāni kalpādau visṛjāmy aham sarva-bhūtāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpa-kṣaye punas tāni kalpādau visṛjāmy aham sarva-bhūtāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpa-kṣaye punas tāni kalpādau visṛjāmy aham sarva-bhūtāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām punas tāni prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpa-kṣaye punas tāni kalpādau visṛjāmy aham tāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpa-kṣaye punas tāni kalpādau visṛjāmy aham sarva-bhūtāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpa-kṣaye punas tāni kalpādau visṛjāmy aham sarva-bhūtāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpādau visṛjāmy Matajis sarva-bhūtāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpa-kṣaye punas tāni kalpādau visṛjāmy aham sarva-bhūtāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpa-kṣaye punas tāni kalpādau visṛjāmy aham sarva-bhūtāni kaunteya prakṛtiṁ yānti māmikām kalpa-kṣaye punas tāni kalpa-ādau visṛjāmy aham. Word to word meaning, sarva-bhūtāni, all created entities. Kaunteya, O son of Kuntī, prakṛtim, nature. Yānti, enter. Māmikām, my. Kalpa-kṣaye, at the end of the millennium. Punaḥ, again. Tāni, all those. Kalpa-ādau, in the beginning of the millennium. visṛjāmi, create. Aham, I. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. O son of Kuntī, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature. And at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. Purport. The creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this material cosmic manifestation are completely dependent on the supreme will of the Personality of Godhead. At the end of the millennium means at the end of Brahma. Brahma lives for 100 years, and his one day is calculated at 430 millions of our earthly years. His night is of the same duration. His month consists of 30 such days and nights, and this year of 12 months. After 100 such years, when Brahma dies, the devastation or annihilation takes place. This means that the energy manifested by the Supreme Lord is again wound up in himself. Then again, when there is a need to manifest the cosmic world, it is done by his will, Bahu syām. Although I am one, I shall become many. This is the Vedic aphorism. Chāndogya Upaniṣad 6.2.3 says, he expends himself in this material energy and the whole cosmic manifestation again takes place. Om ajnānatimirandasya jnānanjanashalakaya chakshuanmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dīnubandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishubhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashate Desha Tarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So you all are most welcome for this evening's Bhagavad Gita class. And what we are reading here in this theme, that Lord Shri Krishna from text number 4 till text number 10, he's talking about his relationship with the material nature. Very strong relationship. He's claiming then who's this material nature is working for, and who is responsible behind this all activities. Does it coming by itself? Like in the modern theory, many scientists, they claim that everything has come out of a Big Bang theory. One sense, everything has come out of nothing, which completely make no sense here. In the previous 2-3 verses, I would like to read for you because we are holding the thread here for this today's text 7. See what Lord Krishna is claiming to do it to this material nature. He says in text number 4, by me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. And then following text says, yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence, although I am the maintainer of all the living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation. For myself is the very source of creation. And yesterday's verse, which is text number 6, says, understand that as my mighty wind, blowing everywhere, rests always in the sky, all created being rest in me. And today's, he's beautifully claiming that whoever thinks like that this material world has come out of nothing, no, I tell you, who is the real daddy? Who is the real owner behind this material nature? So he's claiming himself. In somewhere in Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam paravartate. That means, whether it's a spiritual world or it's a material world, everything comes out of me. I am the source of everything. Sarva yoneshu kaunteya murtaya sambhavanti yaha tasam Brahma mahadayonir aham bija pradapita. That whatever you are seeing here, that every living being or non-living being, I am the source of everything. I am the seed-giving father of everything. Everything comes of me. Just like that, we can see this table here. We can see this mic stand here. We can see this book stand here, glass, my iPad, this camera over here. Can we claim that it has come out of nothing? There is no one behind this beautiful creation. It is such beautifully, it is working. This iPad is beautifully working. How does it working? Who is the person behind it? If the creation is such a beautiful, can we use our mind to think how beautiful will be the creator? If the person has created such a beautiful thing, so there must be a beautiful creator, a very intelligent mind behind this beautiful creation. Then who will think like that? Who will think like that? But today's, the science is claiming there is no one behind it. But that is not completely true. Everything has a source from the beginning till the end. And that has been explained in our Vedic culture, in our Vedic scriptures. We must have to read it and find out what is the source behind of everything here. What is the source? Otherwise, there is nothing here. There is no space for mental speculation. Everything is already been proved by our sages. They were the great researchers in their own time. And they were not using any mental speculation when they were writing everything for us, for the conditions of for upcoming generation. No, they have well researched. They have learned from their teachers, from their spiritual masters, and they have realized the subject matter in their life. And by realizing, by having all the proof, all the evidences, they have written everything for ourselves. So on which basis we can say that? There was one famous scientist. He was kind of a godly person. He was following the Holy Scriptures. Because Holy Scriptures, they are the words of the Narayana. Vedo Narayana Sakshat. That these scriptures, they are not written by a man-made. It's called aphorism also. Aphorism means which is not written by any purusha of the living entity of this material world. Maybe something beyond. The person is beyond this material world, only he can write or he can give the evidences. So when this person, he was so godly and he was a scientist. And some of his friend was saying everything is come out of a Big Bang theory. And he wanted to prove all his friends that my friend, you all are wrong. So what he did, he had a big hall like this in his home, just like a testing laboratory. He had a hall like that. So he created a beautiful model. You know, like when we going to build a beautiful city, so we have a model where it has got buildings, it has got roads, cars, police station, everything is there before constructing a beautiful city. So it's a big model is there. So he made it very beautifully with the help of other architect. And one day, what he did, he invited all his 50, 60 scientist friends. And he locked the door. And he says, today we're going to have a party and I want to show you something. He says, what is that? So he said, okay, you can go through that room and have a look what's inside, and I'll be back in 5-10 minutes. So he came after 5-10 minutes, and all his friends were astonished to see the beautiful model there on the table. Like there's a round table, and then we make this beautiful model, and they were so amazed. And then he asked the scientist, I says, wow, what a beautiful model. Who made this? Give me the contact of this person. I would like to contact him in future. If I want to do something, I can approach this person. And the scientist says, I don't know, I was just sleeping. And I had a big bang happen, boom. And when I opened the door, I found that this model was there. And the scientist friends were saying, come on, don't say like that. If something, bang means what? A big bang means what? Bang means like, it is a negative word. Bang means if there is a big sound there, means something has been destroyed. Like we can see the terrorists and other country, when they do the bomb blasting, there's a big bang happen. So when big bang happen, we can naturally understand something has been destroyed, not that something has been created or made up. We can understand that everything has just gone into a negative field. He says, no, trust me. When I was waking up in the night, I heard the sound and I opened the door. I saw this beautiful model was there. He said, no, you can't cheat us. He says, can you think if this model is not made by somebody, then how can you say this beautiful creation has been made by Big Bang Theory? Does it make any sense? We can say the sun is doing its job perfectly, coming on time, going on time. Moon is doing the same job. Ocean knows its limit. I don't know how many have you seen ocean somewhere in Puri. If you have been there, when you go to the beach side, the water is touching the shore, yeah? But when you go inside, it's so deep. The water is so deep in there. So how come the ocean knows its limit, where to stop? There is no like a dam or any barrier, anything, but he knows where its limit is, it stops. Okay, mountains are there, trees are there, everything has been placed, perfectly, working with the nature with each other. Everything has been done in this material world has a purpose to fulfill and helping each other. So how everything is working so beautifully here? Then they're thinking, no, this is just happened with a point. Something has bang, big sound. No, this is called mental speculation. That's why Prabhupada, he becomes so heavy on the scientist. He always uses the word, like rascals, and you are stupid, you are a fool, this and that. He does not against for any academic qualification. What he is against they are misrepresented or they are misguiding the innocent people with their like they are so popular in the market. If someone is so popular and the personality is very famous in the society, whatever he says, the innocent people, without judging or without any research, they just accept it. Okay, because he's so famous, he's a Bollywood star, he's a very famous sports star. If he says something, that means it's true. No, that's not right. Not everybody has a right to speak on something. It maybe some of you are doctor, yeah, maybe teacher, and I'm an engineer. Okay, if I'm an engineer, do I have a right to give my comment on a doctorate or on a teacher's subject? Not at all. And same as, do they have a right to give something, any commentary on my engineering, like degree and stuff? Because they haven't studied those things. If they haven't studied those things, so how come someone who's got a material qualification, they can give his or her commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam and on Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Before Srila Prabhupada write Bhagavad Gita as it is, there were already 700 commentaries or the Bhagavad Gitas by different commentators were already in the market. They were already in the market there. So how come by studying those books, no one has become the devotee? Why is that so? Because the commentator himself is not a devotee. If he himself is not a devotee, how can he make others devotee? Because he has not learned the subject matter in a proper disciplic succession. He just went to some mundane schools and colleges and got some kind of a degree which has been called him as a doctor, like PhD, he did it. But if he has done a PhD in a material qualification, so how can he write something on a spiritual subject matter? Which does make no sense here. Every single detail, if anybody from any background wants to know how the creation has happened, who is maintaining and who is annihilating, everything is with the full detailed information is given in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Especially in today's verse, what we can see here, what the Lord is saying, by my sweet will, I create this material manifestation cosmos. How does he do that? By his material energy. We get the detailed information in Srimad Bhagavatam. From his right side, he expands in the form of Balramji. Okay, from Balramji is the first Chaturvyuha comes. And from first Chaturvyuha comes Narayan. And from Narayan comes second Chaturvyuha. And from that second Chaturvyuha comes Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu, when he glances upon the material nature, that's where this manifestation, material manifestation happens. See, Lord Krishna is not doing anything. He has kept his energies. He has kept many people to work under him. You see, it's not, Krishna can do anything by his sweet will. Is he doing everything by his sweet only? He's not working. He's engaging others through his energies. And can we see the year? Here we are talking about the Brahmaji. Brahmaji, how many years he lived? 430 millions, billions, something like that here, which is his 12 hours, which is his daytime. And similar is the night time. We can't even, imagine we can't even calculate in our calculator also. It doesn't even fit in that calculator. That big lifetime he lives so. And that he lives for 100 years. And that says, and that is the period of Mahavishnu, he inhale and exhale. By during that inhaling and exhaling, the way we do the breath, by doing that, Brahmaji comes and goes. This is something achintya bheda bheda. Tattva. Here Lord is telling, I am also responsible for this material nature, but still I am aloof. How is it possible? Is it possible only just because He's Lord? We can't do it. We are conditioned and we are limited by many things. Angani yasya sakalendriya vritti manti. Lord can do anything by any of the limbs. He doesn't have to use to see eyes through eyes. He can see through his ears, he can see through his mouth, his lips, his hands, any part of the things. But we are limited. If we have to see, we have to use only our eyes. But not in the case of the Lord here. So beautifully he's saying, after 100 such years, when Brahma dies, annihilation comes. There are two types of annihilation. One is partial annihilation, and that partial annihilation happens when Lord Brahma goes to sleep in one of his day. And there is a full-fledged annihilation happens when he completes his 100 years. He also in the service. Lord Brahma is also in the service. When he wakes up next day, he finds out, I have to again do the creation. Then he scratches his head. Okay, what I'm going to do now? Let's start it again for the pleasure of the Lord. And he does it. He's the secondary creator, he's the most important living entity among all of us. He's also a jiva. But look at that, the jiva is so powerful. He's living for so many years. Doing a nice service for the Lord. Here, that's why it is so important, Srila Prabhupada has given this Bhagavad Gita, that we have to read it every day scrutinizingly. Because nothing is here coming out in the dream. There was one story happened here, either in Ahmedabad or Hyderabad, it happens. When Srila Prabhupada, when he finished his lecture and he asked somebody for the question answer, there's one person, he raised his hand and he says, Swamiji, I cannot accept your teaching blindly. Then Prabhupada said, very intelligent. You cannot accept my teaching blindly, then don't reject my teaching blindly also. You read my books. You read my books and then talk. Because I'm not saying anything out of my mind. Everything is there. I'm an authorized person. With the authority, I've got an authority in my book. Whatever I'm repeating the word of Lord Krishna. I'm just a postman. What is the duty of a postman? What he does? He takes the message from the one hand and he passes the same message to the other hand without any adulteration, without any adding or any subtracting. And that proves he is a good postman. He's doing his job perfectly. But if he adds and he subtracts for his own prestige, so what will happen? Yogo nashta parantapa. As the time goes on, the real knowledge, the message of the Bhagavad Gita, of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it changes, and it changes the meaning, which nobody can get the benefit out of it. That's why we have to be very, very careful here. And now he expands himself in this material energy, and the whole cosmic manifestation again take place. That has been said in Chāndogya Upaniṣad. Wow. If Krishna wants, he can do everything by himself. But he's also engaging his energy. As I said just a few minutes ago, from right hand side, who comes? Balramji. So these things are working. But on the left hand side, who comes? Srimati Radharani. There is no difference between Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is Krishna in a male form, and Lord Krishna is in Srimati Radhe in a female form. That is the only difference. And from Srimati Radharani, there is other gopis comes, and from there, Durga ji comes, Parvati, and other manifestation, all the energies, they all come here. We can see this beautiful temple here in ISKCON Vrindavan. There is one, there's one president here. And under one president, how many departments are there? There are many departments. Book distribution department, account department, maintenance department, treasury department, kitchen department, festival department, or like vehicle maintenance department, security department. There are lots of departments all here. And this temple president has kept many heads over there. Okay, you become the head of this department, you become this, you become this. And this department of this head, which we call head of the department, HOD, he has kept another 5-10 people under him. I mean, to run a small organization, a small institution, we need a lot of people to work smoothly, to go smoothly, but still we mess up. But can we see the organization of Lord Krishna here? He has Brahmaji kept. Okay, now you do the creation. And later on, Brahmaji does the creation. Then he does so many things. Okay, now Indraji, you come out. You take care of the rain department. Varunaji, you take care of the water department. Fire God, you take care of the fire department. And Yamraji, if anybody is not following the Vedic scripture, you take care of that department. So everybody has been assigned to take care of a particular department in particular area to work this universe so smoothly. Here in material world we can cheat, we can do some bribing, we can put some half kg burfi or son papadi in someone's pocket and say, Prabhuji, can you do this job for me, so and so. But it doesn't work in material aims. I mean, law of material nature is so strict, you cannot bribe it. It was working perfectly, it is working perfectly, and it will be working perfectly forever. We cannot cheat it. That's why we need to be very, very careful whatever action we do or we perform in our daily activity, because everything is being accountable. With whom? With Yamraji. Who is the person who is doing anything? Who is writing anything? What is the name of that Prabhu? Chitragupta. Chitragupta, he does everything. He's noting everything. Who is doing what? Because we cannot tell the Prabhuji, no, it wasn't me, it was somebody else, maybe my duplicate came. No, because there are many, many proofs, many, many witnesses over there. Whatever action we perform in our life, there are many witnesses. The one and most powerful witness is Paramatma himself. He's in the heart. He checks everything. Like Prabhupada gives an example of the two birds are sitting, on a tree. One bird is, doing his activity, eating, is enjoying his karma, so and so, but other bird is watching, noting down, taking pictures and selfie. I was with him, he did what, she did what, so and so. Earth is there, sky is there, air is there, fire is there, and there are many living entities which we cannot see with our naked eyes, they are just somewhere in the air. They are all noticing whatever we have done. Karma only happens in a human form. There is no karma in any other species of life. It's only in the human body. That's why we have to be very, very careful here. This profound of knowledge, and the beginning. I mean, Krishna, he creates also when he comes in the form of Brahmaji, because sometime when there is no one on the post of Brahma, he has to take the post of Brahma also. So he also does these things. And annihilation he also does in the form of Lord Shiva. And he also maintains Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. I mean, I know this creation is so difficult to make, isn't it? When we create or when we construct one house, one building, it takes so much of our energy. It takes so much of our, like money, our energy, our time, everything goes away. It takes time, yeah? Sorry, Prabhu? Cost, of course, cost, fuel and EST and GST, everything, it's adds them in there. And it takes like, suppose to build one beautiful building, it takes 1 year, 1 to 2 years. But just to annihilate, to destroy that building, how long does it take? Just minutes. Just minutes. Put some bombs in there and just blast it. Finish. Who does the creation? Brahmaji does. It's not an easy job. It's a very difficult job. You need to think. Before create anything, you have to make a plan. You have to think where I'm going to get the resources. Who will supply me what? So he's the secondary. Primary is Lord Krishna. He provides all the ingredients. And Brahmaji, he brings up together and he does the creation. It takes so much time and intelligence. Yeah? And to annihilate, it doesn't take a time to think. Just go and bang it, blast it, finish. But the main actual time takes is maintenance. It's maintenance. Maintenance takes throughout the whole blood of the whole life. Let me give you another example, okay? It's a relationship. It's a relationship. When a boy and a girl, they are looking to get married, so they impress each other. It's kind of creating a relationship. It took some time, impress to wear some branded shirts, branded sarees and goggles and car and mobile phone. You just do some show up and opposite sex get, interacted and they get impressed. Okay, relationship being created. And just to destroy the relationship, okay, don't pick up the phone. Finish. Don't pick up the phone. Doesn't take a second to destroy. But to maintain that relationship from the beginning to the end, so much tolerance, so much blood, so much time, so much intelligence takes, so much counseling it takes to maintain that relationship. Because those who have been living for 40 years, 50 years with their spouses, 60 years for their spouses, it's not easy. It's not easy to deal with a different set of mind, because they have been grown up in a different set of environment, and a boy is grown up in a different set of environment. When they come up together, there is some friction is there, but somehow they adjust each other. Okay, so because marriage is all about adjustment. It's not all about me. It's all about adjustment. We hear something, okay, we obey the order. They hear us, they obey our order, and somehow we just come together and we just drag, our family life throughout the whole year. And that takes so much of our blood energy. And that maintenance department is the department of Lord Vishnu. I mean, you can see the heavy responsibility has come upon Krishna. Because he's the real father. He is the real maintainer. He has said, where did I read? Here, in text number 5. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence, although I am the maintainer of all the living entity, although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation. Can you see? He is the real maintainer. Maintaining is, I mean, those who does maintaining here in the temple, they know, they need to satisfy the boss, they need to satisfy the treasury department where they're going to get the money, and they also need to satisfy where they're going to fix the thing, because their satisfaction, because everybody he needs to satisfy from A to Z. Whoever comes in the line, this maintenance person has to satisfy everyone. It is not a very easy job, it's a very difficult job, and that only can do this job is our real father. Because father loves the children, his kids. Kids do so much, misbehave with the father, but the father is so compassionate, he tolerates, still he maintains them. Like in this spiritual sense, Lord Krishna, he says, I'm the real father. I'm the real father. And we as a stubborn children, we are not obeying his order. But a part of this, he's still maintaining us. I mean, Kimva dayalu sharanam vrajema. How much merciful do you want Lord Krishna to be? He's so merciful. For so many billions and trillions of lifetime, we are disobeying his order. We are not following what he said in the Vedic scriptures. And we are doing whatever we want to do. But by seeing our nonsense behavior, still he's just tolerating and giving us all the opportunity. Okay, now this lifetime, may my son come back to me, to the spiritual world. Let me give him another chance. Let me give him another chance. Let me give him so many chances we have been taken. But still, what is our behavior towards him? Misbehavior. Have you ever done this to your father? No? You're a good boy? You've been a good boy, yeah? It's good. I've been very misbehaved in my life. I mean, my parents are really sick of me. Because, like an opposite mind person, want to just play, doesn't want to study, doesn't want to do whatever they want to do. I just want to do what I want to do. And for that one, I have to pay. And what is my pay? A lot of stress. They are not having stress. Of course, they are also in stress when they see me in the stress. But it's me only. Ultimately, I have to go through with the stress. And by seeing me, they become unhappy. So it's a pain of the Lord also here. Again, I gave him one more opportunity. Being as a human, gave him a human birth. Again, this idiot missed out the boat. What am I going to do with him? Okay. Then again, he tolerates. And according to our karma, when we go through again 8.4 million species of life, again we get the opportunity to come into this human form. Again we miss out. I mean, bhakti is so simple. Prabhupada says sometime, I have heard that bhakti is so simple, so simple, so simple that sometimes we may miss out. We may miss out, is it? Because we are used to something is very difficult. One time I heard the lecture of Radha Govind Maharaj. He said that he was somewhere in USA and he was going for a program, and one of his disciple was driving him, and they stopped somewhere at a petrol station for the fuel to fill up. So Maharaj says, okay, it's been a long journey, let me stretch my leg and arms. So he came out of the car and he was stretching. Suddenly on a other station, there's an Indian couple. They saw, oh, Swamiji there. He said, let's go and take the blessing. And they came to Maharaj, and Maharaj was telling this story. They say, Maharaj, give me some mantra to chant in my life so my life can become successful. Give me something. They were begging to Maharaj. Maharaj says, yeah, chant Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He says, Maharajji, this is very simple mantra. I don't want to chant simple. Give me something very tough. Om, Gling, Bling, Brum, Pran, Thatu. Just like that, this type of mantras are there. No, this simple is very simple. Any baby can chant. You give me something very hard mantra which I want to learn. Maharaj says, you can't even chant a simple mantra. What are you going to do with a hard mantra? I mean, Maharaj was telling it, this is a condition of a life. I mean, if you give something them very simple and easy process to perform, they simply reject it. No, Maharaj, anyone can chant it. It's a baby mantra. Give me adult mantra. And I don't know what. Maharaj says, look, I know only one mantra which my spiritual master gave, and I'm handing it over to you. It's up to you whether you want to chant or not. You asked me something, and I gave you. Now it's up to your duty, whether you want to carry on or not. And this person said, I don't know what happened. He just went away. So, I mean, we can see that bhakti is so simple. For complex people, it's very complex. Like for complicated people, bhakti seems very complicated. But for easy people, bhakti is so easy. Just easy. What we have to do? We have to follow. Yeah. Just Hare Krishna mantra. Just follow the order of one pure devotee. Okay? Whatever the pure devotee says, pick this chair, put it over there. If he please, Krishna gets pleased. You need to build up, so many big temples over there. You don't need to sit on the Vyasasana and speak big words. Whatever you pleases the spiritual master, Krishna gets pleased very easily. Oh, you pleased my pure devotee. Okay, I'm pleased. It's such a simple process. No, but we want to do something, very, very tangible in a horrible way, which put ourselves in the danger. And then we say, Guru Maharaj, the things doesn't work properly. What should I do? No, that's not going to work here. Okay, it's 10 minutes to go. If anybody has any questions to ask or to want to add something, so I may try to answer on it. Thank you. Everything is clear? No questions? You might have. Use the microphone. You have.
I can say in Hindi.
Yeah, I can translate it into English.
प्रभु जी, जब जैसे बाकी हम अर्थ के अंदर जैसे रहते हैं, हम इस मटेरियल प्लैनेट पे रहते हैं, वैसे हम दूसरे प्लैनेट पे मतलब हम जा सकते हैं कि नहीं, ये मेरा क्वेश्चन है.
Okay, Prabhu is asking कि if we are living in this material world, can we also go to another planet?
Yes, like
So
Mars.
you want to know whether there is another planet there or not? Yes, there is a planet. There is a planet of a sun, moon planet. It is also there. There are billions and billions of planets. Purport says, whatever we are seeing, it is a tiny, it seems like a mustard seed, this tiny planet here, and there are unlimited planets are there in the universe. Just like if you go to sea and ocean, you can see there are many living entities there, yeah? Like fish, aquatics. Like sharks are there, whales are there, timingala fish are there, small fishes are there, but they have got the body to live into that particular area. Like they are the living entity in the water. Okay? So they are also living entity who are living on the earthly planet. But if you take the fish out and say, hey fish, would you like to stay with me outside in my house? I'll give you a separate, couch to live. She'll be happy. No, because what's her place? Her place where she belongs to in the water, and same as you. Fish say, hey Prabhuji, you want to stay with me? Come inside the ocean. You won't be, because that is not your actual place, because you don't have the body to live there. So if anybody has a desire to live in the moon, on a moon planet or on a sun planet, Prabhupada says there is a particular body to get it. If you have a desire, Krishna may fulfill it by seeing your account. Okay, you want to stay on a fire planet? Okay, fire planet, no problem. You need to get a fiery body. So with that fiery body, so you won't get burned, because with this body you will get burned, because you are a resident of this earthly planet in this body. So yes, there are thousands and thousands of planets, unlimited planet, which we cannot even think about it. How many planets are there? In our planet, if I see the today text, Brahma ji is there. he's got a four-headed Brahma. And we know the pastime where Lord Krishna called Brahmaji to Dwarka to give his darshan. Then he said, who's Brahma? Is there any more else Brahmas are there in the universe? And Lord Krishna called everybody. So there were 8 Mukhi Brahmas, 16, 32, 64, 128. The billions and billions of headed Brahmas were there. He was thinking, I am the Brahma. No, you are just a tiny Brahma. There are billions and billions of planets are there, which cannot even think about it. So yes, we can go it. Okay, so if no question, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.